All right, today we're diving into a massive legal fight that could totally change how you use your favorite real estate apps. We're talking about a huge lawsuit against Zillow, and it's raising some pretty serious questions about the hidden costs of hunting for a house online. So let's get right into it.
So let me ask you this. You're scrolling through Zillow, you find what looks like your dream home, and you click a button to connect with an agent. Seems harmless, right? But what if that simple click is actually part of a system that could be inflating the price of your home, or maybe even pushing you towards a more expensive loan? That's the billion-dollar question at the heart of this whole thing.
So what is going on here? Well, in a federal court out in Seattle, a bunch of different lawsuits against Zillow have all been rolled into one giant case. And this isn't some minor complaint, you know? This thing strikes right at the core of how Zillow makes its money and connects millions of us with real estate agents. At the center of this whole storm are two of Zillow's biggest programs, Premier Agent and Flex. I'm sure you've seen those names when you've been browsing listings. They're basically how Zillow connects you with agents who pay them for better visibility. But the people suing claim these programs are doing a lot more than just making a simple introduction.
Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of the accusations. The homebuyers who are suing Zillow, they're not just saying they had a bad time. No, they're making some really specific claims that Zillow's whole system is basically designed to steer them in ways that help Zillow's wallet and hurt yours.
Now, to really get what they're arguing, you have to know about this law, RESPA. Just think of it as a consumer protection shield in the real estate world. It was put in place to stop shady backroom deals, specifically to make it illegal for folks to get kickbacks just for sending business to someone else. This law, it's the entire legal backbone of this case.
So how does this alleged scheme actually work? Well, the lawsuit lays it out pretty clearly. It all starts with you, on Zillow, getting connected with a Premier or Flex agent. Then, that agent is supposedly pressured to guide you towards Zillow's own mortgage company, Zillow Home Loans. And what's the incentive? Well, agents who sent more loan business Zillow's way allegedly get rewarded with better, higher quality leads down the road. The supposed result for you, the home buyer? Inflated home prices and more expensive loans.
And these claims are no joke. We're talking about accusations of tricking people, pumping up home prices, pushing costly loans, and even hiding the true closing costs. And then there's the real bombshell, a claim that Zillow is violating the RICO Act. I mean, that's a law that was originally designed to take down the mob. It's incredibly serious.
But, of course, there are always two sides to a story, and Zillow is definitely not taking this lying down. The company has already filed a motion to get the entire lawsuit thrown out, arguing that the claims have absolutely no merit.
And here's where the real legal fight is. The plaintiffs are calling Zillow's system an illegal referral scheme. But Zillow fires back, saying, whoa, hold on a second. It's not a referral if the buyer always has a choice. They argue that you were always free to pick whatever lender you wanted, and that getting a pre-approval from Zillow Home Loans was totally free and completely optional. Zillow's defense is pretty much a point-by-point dismantling of the lawsuit. They argue the plaintiffs can't even prove they were harmed, especially since some of them never even used a Zillow loan. They say everything was disclosed clearly and that, hey, a lot of these claims are just too old to even be legal. And as for that huge RICO claim, Zillow says the plaintiffs have brought zero proof of any criminal activity.
And Zillow's official stance is, well, it's direct and it's tough. A spokesperson said the lawsuit is flat out false and that it fundamentally mischaracterizes their business. They're making it clear they believe their model is all about giving consumers more information and choice, and they are planning to fight this thing with everything they've got.
Now, it's really important to understand that this case isn't just happening in a bubble. This is just one piece of a much bigger, much more complicated legal puzzle that the real estate giant is dealing with right now.
And Zillow isn't just playing defense either. They're going on the offensive, suggesting there's another motive behind this whole lawsuit. The company has said they have strong reason to believe this entire thing is actually being bankrolled by their competitors who are just trying to distract from their own problems. Basically, Zillow's saying this isn't just a lawsuit, it's a corporate hit job.
And yeah, the pressure is definitely coming from all sides. On top of this big consumer lawsuit, Zillow is also fending off claims of copyright infringement, allegations of antitrust violations, and a whole bunch of other legal messes. It really paints a picture of a company fighting battles on a lot of different fronts.
So after all that, after the accusations and the defense, what's the big takeaway for you? I mean, why should a complicated legal battle in Seattle matter to anyone just trying to buy a house?
Okay, so here's the bottom line. This case could end up redefining what referral and consumer choice actually mean now that we do everything online. The laws we have, like RESPA, they were written for a totally different world, you know? A world of faxes and handshakes.
This case is really testing whether those old rules can keep up with modern algorithms and tech platforms.
And all of this leads us with one final, really big question to think about. As these massive tech platforms completely transform how we buy homes, who's really holding all the cards? Is it you, the consumer, or is it the platform that's quietly guiding your every click? The answer to that question is being decided in courtrooms as we speak.